What up, CFS? Wednesday, 4/22, April 22nd. We're doing Murph prep. We are going to do a 200-meter run, 10 dips or 10 push-ups, 10 burpees, and then 10 hollow bodies. So for the 200-meter run, you can walk out 100 steps or jog 100 steps and then just kind of find a landmark. So it might be a little bit further or behind you depending on how you're feeling that day, but find a mailbox, find a rock, find a turnaround spot that you want to use. And then after you do that first count of 100 steps, 100 paces, you shouldn't have to count it again. Don't be counting the whole time you're running. You can also, if you want to use your GPS, find 1/16 of a mile. I don't even know how you would do that, but you have to like pin drop a neighbor's mailbox and then make sure it's a 16th of a mile so that it's an eighth of a mile. So 200 meters is 1/8 of a mile. So it's an eighth of a mile round trip if you want to get technical. But again, you're going to go out 100. You shouldn't have to count on the way back, but that'll be your 200 meters. Okay, so from there, after you do your run, okay, which you should always practice. So you walk out a little bit and then maybe jog and then maybe run and then you're ready for your workout. After you do some skipping and some side lunging, all this normal stuff we normally do at CFS. If you're working out on your own, you're gonna do 10 dips. So if you have 2 high chairs, that works great, but that's not really available to everybody. So for the dips, you can use your legs for sure, okay? You have 10, so you might do a few dips without any help with your legs, and then you might use your legs. Sometimes I put them in front of me on just my toes, and then as you perform the dip, my hips sort of go back, and I enter into almost like a push-up position. You can have your feet behind you, you can have them split, you can have them straight out in front of you, and perform your dip that way. That sometimes works a little better if you have lower chairs than these. If you have rings, then you can do your dips on your rings. If you have parallettes, you can do the same thing with your feet out straight, or you can just do regular push-ups, all right? So for your 10 push-ups, if you need to do them at an angle, I've really been liking that. Just make sure that your chest hits whatever you're angled at. So let's say I'm on the back of my couch. Sometimes people's face goes to the couch. I really want to make sure that my chest hits the back of that couch, which will make you go more forward than you're used to. So as soon as we get into that angle position, it kind of changes things. So just 10 tips, 10 burpees. Do I need to demo a burpee? You're just standing up and laying down. Do 10 burpees. And then 10 hollow rocks. So the hollow rock progression, right? I want to make sure that I feel this in my belly and not anywhere else. So just rocking on your back, making sure your hips come up. So we talked about this on Sunday. This is not a hollow rock. My upper body's coming up, but my hips are not. So I do want to make sure that my hips come up as well. So in your practice, you should be doing that. And then if you use that for the workout too, make sure the hips come up as well. So hollow rock, you might do just one leg out and one knee in. This one's actually my favorite. So I usually feel it a lot more in my core when I do it that way. So I like to use that one even though I can do the full leg version. And then obviously you have your full legs out, full arms out, but still making sure those hips come off the ground as well. So that is your Murph workout. You had a 25-minute AMRAP. Do as many rounds as you can. Like I said, the Smart WOD timer is really helpful. It only has 4 applications. It's really easy to use, and you can click AMRAP for that. And then after, we have a little bit of a burner. So you're going to do 1 to 2 rounds of 80 jump rope. So that means you can do single unders, double unders. If you don't have a jump rope, penguin jumps are going to be your new best friend. So making sure my hands hit me when I'm up in the air. So not that. I want to make sure my hands hit me when I'm up in the air. So they might look like this. Double unders. And if you're really bad at the coordination, then you're just going to go slower. So it's going to look like this. All right, so 80 penguin jumps, 80 jump ropes of your choice, and then 40 fence hoppers. So hands on the floor. I'm going to jump over from left to right. You can also jump over a bench. Then you have 20 swings, so 20 kettlebell swings, and then 10 burpees. I know you just did burpees. You're going to do 10 more. So with that kettlebell swing, remember that it's more about the legs. So remember that it's really about that posterior tilt. So I want to make sure the top Then I'm really tucking my pelvis. We call it a thrust or a posterior tilt. And that's gonna be your 20 swings and then 10 burpees. You have 2 rounds of that. So that's a bonus finisher if you feel like you need a little bit more after your Murph. Good luck.